Hey, we're Mark and Amber McGinnis.
We've been married for 8 years and have 3 kids.
We're a part of the load-in team and outreach and events team.
And this is our story.
So we had just been married, not very long at all, and wound up losing my job and was without work for 4 or 5 months. Our oldest little girl was about 9 months at the time, and we were just scraping and clawing, trying to get by, selling everything we could sell, just to make sure we had food in the pantry and formula and diapers and everything that goes with having a newborn baby. Trying to keep the lights on and the water running, but everything else was just, felt like it was just falling apart all around us.
I remember one night, Lola was already in bed and Mark turned around from the TV and looked at me and, he said, babe, we don't have anything right now, except for each other. What would you do if tomorrow it was all over? Do I know that I would see you in heaven? And I just remember looking at him and just breaking down in tears, and because basically I didn't know.
To hear her response with tears in her eyes say, I don't know. My immediate reaction was, well, you gotta know, we can fix this. We gotta fix this now. And she was so vulnerable.
That's when you took me in your arms and prayed over me, and that night I made God my Savior, and I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart for the first time. It was almost like a really deep, dark secret that I never really told anybody, or I had this hole inside of me that I just kind of ignored, and thought I could go through life just ignoring this huge hole, and nobody really ever asked me about it until that night. And I'm really glad you did.
I ask a lot of good questions. That was a true moment of joy. That, to me, defined the joy that I had, and seeing that joy come across on her that night and the days that followed. It was the best moment of my life. And the first thing we wanted to do at that point was find a church home. You have your spouse, and you have your kids,
but no one else to share the joy with.
Yeah, but you haven't found that group of people that you can share that joy with and interact with and
share the love of Christ with.
Exactly. Finally coming across Thrive and finding them and being a part of this church has just made a world of difference in our lives. We are Mark and Amber McGinnis.
And this is our story.